Greetings, chosen ones. It is no coincidence that you have stumbled upon this message today. This is not a random video that you've clicked on by mistake. No, this moment was meant for you, and I say that with deep conviction. You who have felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, who have experienced moments of confusion, solitude, and even doubt, this message is for you. The universe, God, the divine force that guides us all, has led you here. And the message you are about to hear is one that will change the course of your life. It's time for you to awaken to the truth that has always been hidden from your eyes. This truth has been guarded, protected, and now it's time for you to step into your power. Today marks the beginning of your transformation, and trust me, you were destined to hear this. Hold on to this truth. God has kept you hidden for a reason, and now is the time for your enemies to realize just who you are. You see, many of you, the chosen ones, are walking through life unaware of the greatness within you. You've felt a pull deep inside, a whisper from your soul that tells you there is more to your existence than the everyday struggles. You may have wondered why it seems like others around you are thriving, while you remain in the shadows, searching for your purpose. This message is crucial because it will unveil what has been hidden from you. You are not meant to be like everyone else. You are meant to walk a different path, one that is marked by divine purpose and extraordinary power. But for a long time, that purpose has remained veiled. God, in His wisdom, has kept you hidden, protecting you from forces that would have hindered your growth. Now, it's time for you to recognize your true potential. The spiritual awakening that is about to take place within you is the key to unlocking the life you were meant to live. This is your time, chosen one. The pieces are about to fall into place. Now, I want you to do something for me. I want you to comment below with 777 or whatever number resonates with your spirit at this moment. This number is a sign, a divine affirmation that you are connected to this message, that you are ready to step into the light and embrace your true calling. When you type 777, know that it's not just a number. It's a declaration of your readiness. It's a sign to the universe that you are open to receiving the truth that is about to be revealed to you. Let this be your affirmation, your confirmation that you are in the right place at the right time. This journey is just beginning, and you are exactly where you need to be. So, comment now. Let the world know you are ready for what is to come. Now, let's dive into the heart of the message. Chosen one, God has kept you hidden for a purpose. The divine forces that surround us have been protecting you, preparing you, and shielding you from the distractions of the world. You may have felt isolated, misunderstood, or even overlooked, but in truth, you have been hidden in plain sight. While others have sought to undermine you or diminish your light, God has allowed it, because He knows that your time has not yet come. Your enemies, the ones who have tried to break you down or silence you, are clueless about the power you hold within. They do not understand the divine blueprint that has been woven into your soul. They see only what the world shows them. They do not see the warrior, the leader, the chosen vessel of God's plan. But the time is coming. Soon they will. Your enemies will no longer remain in the dark. They will finally see you for who you truly are. And when they do, it will be too late for them. You will rise. You will awaken to your true purpose, and you will walk in the light that has been prepared for you. Section 1. the hidden nature of the chosen one. God has always had a plan, a divine blueprint for each of his chosen children. The chosen ones are no accident. Their existence is the result of divine intention. From the moment of their birth, they were hidden in plain sight, carefully placed in this world with a unique purpose that is often kept from them until the right time. This divine plan is not a random occurrence, nor is it a simple matter of fate. It is the hand of God at work, guiding the chosen ones toward a path they might not always understand. In many cases, the chosen ones may feel lost or out of place in a world that doesn't seem to recognize their true potential. They may struggle with feelings of inadequacy, confusion, or even frustration, wondering why they do not fit in with the norms and expectations of society. But all of this is part of God's grand design. The divine purpose behind their life is hidden, not to punish them, but to protect them. God has kept them concealed, preserving them from the forces that might try to derail their journey. The chosen ones may not yet fully understand the magnitude of the purpose for which they were created, but they have always been divinely prepared for what lies ahead. The world does not always recognize greatness when it is hidden away, and it often dismisses those who seem to be ordinary. But in truth, the chosen ones carry within them the potential to change the world. The key to understanding why they have been kept hidden is in recognizing that their greatness could not be revealed until they were ready to embrace it. Just as a seed is buried in the soil before it sprouts and grows, so too has God buried his chosen children in the fertile ground of life, waiting for the right moment to reveal their full potential. This is a process of preparation, preparing the chosen ones for the extraordinary work they are destined to accomplish. The spiritual awakening of the chosen ones is not an overnight event. It is a gradual and sometimes subtle process that unfolds over time. It is the awakening to the deep, hidden truths about their own existence, the realization that they are not just ordinary beings, but children of divine purpose. This awakening is a journey that requires introspection, patience, and faith. For many, it begins with a sense that there is something more to life than what is immediately visible. There is an inner knowing, a calling that can't be ignored. It may start as a whisper, a thought that lingers in the back of the mind, but over time it grows louder, pulling the chosen ones toward their true purpose. The process of spiritual awakening is deeply personal, and it varies from one individual to another. For some, it may begin with a moment of crisis, a challenge that shakes their foundation and forces them to reevaluate everything they once believed. For others, it may be a gradual realization that they are not aligned with the world around them, leading them to seek deeper meaning and purpose. Regardless of how it begins, spiritual awakening leads to self-realization. The chosen ones come to understand that they have always carried within them the power to change their circumstances and fulfill their divine purpose. One of the most profound aspects of this awakening is the realization that God has kept them hidden for a reason. Their potential has been concealed, not to harm them, but to protect them. The world is full of distractions and negative influences that could have led them astray. God, in his wisdom, has allowed the chosen ones to remain in the background until they were fully ready to step into their role. Awakening to this truth is empowering. It allows the chosen ones to see that everything they've been through, the struggles, the isolation, the confusion, has been part of the process that has prepared them for what's to come. They are being awakened not just to their own power, but to their purpose in the grand design of the universe. One of the most important aspects of being a chosen one is the divine protection that surrounds them. God's plan is not just about revealing the potential of the chosen ones. It is also about shielding them from forces that might seek to harm or undermine them. The chosen ones often find themselves in situations where they feel misunderstood, attacked, or overlooked by those around them. They may have enemies, people who resent their light or seek to diminish their influence. But the truth is, these enemies are completely clueless about the true power of the chosen ones. They cannot see what God has hidden within them. They do not understand the strength that lies dormant, waiting for the right time to be awakened. In many cases, the enemies of the chosen ones are not even aware of who they are fighting against. They may be motivated by jealousy, fear, or misunderstanding, but they cannot comprehend the divine calling and power that rests within the chosen ones. This is part of the divine protection God provides, keeping their enemies in the dark about their true potential. The chosen ones may face challenges, but these challenges are not meant to break them. They are meant to fortify them. God has kept them hidden, and He will continue to protect them as they move toward their purpose. This divine protection is not just physical, but spiritual. The chosen ones are shielded from harmful influences, from the negativity of others, and from the forces that seek to disrupt their divine path. It is in this protection that they are able to grow, learn, and ultimately step into the fullness of their power. And when the time comes for their enemies to realize who they truly are, it will be too late. The chosen ones will have already risen to their rightful place in the world, and no force will be able to stop them. Section 2. The Power of the Chosen One. The hidden strength within the chosen ones is immense, yet it often remains dormant until the right moment. This strength is not something that can be seen on the surface, but it resides deep within, patiently waiting. The chosen ones may not realize their own power at first, and others may not see it either. But it is there, ready to awaken when needed most. During challenging times, this power may seem to be absent, but it is only preparing, growing quietly in the background. This divine strength will arise at the appointed time, enabling the chosen ones to conquer obstacles that seem insurmountable. The world may overlook them, but within them is a hidden fire, a divine force that will ignite when necessary. This strength comes from God and will be revealed when the world needs the chosen ones to rise. It will give them the power to do things they never thought possible, fulfilling their divine destiny. The power is not theirs alone. It's God's work, flowing through them at just the right time. The calling of the chosen ones is a sacred and purposeful one. They are not here by chance or accident. God has called them to fulfill a higher purpose, and while they may not understand it right away, this purpose will manifest over time. The chosen ones may not realize the significance of their calling, but their lives have been preordained for a specific mission. They are chosen by God, set apart to bring light to dark places, to speak truth when others are silent, and to do things that others cannot. The process of coming to understand this divine calling can take time. But as the chosen ones grow spiritually, they will realize that everything they have experienced, the trials, the growth, the pain, has been preparing them for this moment. They are not ordinary. They are not meant for average lives. God has a specific plan for them, and it will unfold as they continue to trust in His guidance. Their true potential, which has been hidden, will soon become clear to them, and they will step into their divine destiny with confidence, knowing they are exactly where they are meant to be. Many enemies of the chosen ones cannot comprehend their true power, often because they only see the surface. They may mock or dismiss the chosen ones, unaware of the strength that lies beneath. The enemies cannot perceive the divine plan that is unfolding, nor can they understand the greatness that is to come. They are clueless about the potential hidden within the chosen ones, and they are unable to see the strength that will manifest at the right time. The enemies may underestimate them, thinking they are just like everyone else. But what they fail to recognize is that God has been preparing the chosen ones in ways their enemies cannot fathom. The chosen ones may seem insignificant or even weak to their enemies now, but that is only because their true strength has not yet been revealed. God has hidden them for a purpose, allowing His plan to unfold in the perfect moment. When the time comes, the enemies will be forced to acknowledge the power that was always there, hidden in plain sight. Until then, the chosen ones are shielded, and their enemies remain clueless about the greatness within them. Section 3. The hidden nature of the chosen one's journey. God's timing is perfect, though the chosen ones may often feel like their journey is delayed, or they are not moving forward as quickly as they would like. This sense of delay is simply part of God's plan. Everything in the spiritual journey of the chosen ones happens according to a divine schedule that they may not fully understand in the moment. It can be frustrating at times to feel as if you're stuck in place, waiting for things to fall into place. However, God's timing is never wrong. The period of waiting, though difficult, is a time of preparation. Every challenge, every trial, and every seemingly delayed opportunity is there to shape the chosen ones into who they are meant to become. God sees the bigger picture, and though they may not see it now, they are exactly where they need to be. This waiting period is not wasted time. It is a refining process, a time to strengthen their spiritual foundation and learn valuable lessons. In hindsight, the chosen ones will see how each step, even the waiting, was necessary for them to fully step into their divine purpose. Trust in the timing of God, for it is always perfect, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The chosen ones often experience periods of isolation and loneliness. It may seem like the world has forgotten them, and they may even feel disconnected from others who don't understand their journey. But this sense of isolation is not a punishment. It is part of God's plan to mold and strengthen them. God takes the chosen ones away from the distractions of the world so that they can hear His voice more clearly. In solitude, they can reflect, grow, and prepare for what lies ahead. While others may surround themselves with people and worldly distractions, the chosen ones are often called to a different path, one that requires them to spend time alone with God. This can be a painful experience, as it may feel like being forgotten or overlooked. But in truth, it is a time of deep spiritual growth. Isolation is where God can refine their character and align their hearts with His purpose. It's in these quiet moments of solitude that the chosen ones will come to understand themselves better, discover their true potential, and strengthen their relationship with God. Though the isolation may feel lonely, it is in this space that the chosen ones are prepared to fulfill their divine calling. The moment of revelation is the turning point in the life of the chosen ones. It's when everything they have experienced and learned finally comes together and they realize their true purpose. This is the moment when they begin to understand the depth of their calling and the power that lies within them. Before this moment, they may have felt lost or unsure, but now they have clarity. They will see the path ahead clearly, knowing exactly what they must do. It is at this moment that their enemies will begin to realize the magnitude of the chosen one's power. But by then, it will be too late. The chosen ones will rise with strength, wisdom, and purpose, and those who once doubted them or tried to undermine them will be forced to recognize their power. However, by then, the chosen ones will be walking in their divine purpose, and their enemies will have no power to stop them. The moment of revelation is not just about discovering purpose. It is about stepping into destiny. The chosen ones will stand tall, fully aware of their purpose, and ready to fulfill the mission they were born for. Section 4. The enemies of the chosen one. The enemies of the chosen ones come in various forms, both external and internal. Externally, they may face individuals who are envious, afraid, or unaware of their divine purpose. These enemies may attempt to undermine, criticize, or sabotage the chosen ones due to their own insecurities or misconceptions. They may not understand the depth of the chosen one's calling, so they act out of fear or jealousy. Internally, the chosen ones often struggle with self-doubt, fear, or confusion. These internal enemies can be just as destructive as external forces, creating doubt about their worthiness or questioning their path. The internal struggles may arise from past experiences or feelings of unworthiness. Together, these external and internal enemies aim to distract, discourage, and prevent the chosen ones from fulfilling their divine mission. However, these obstacles are temporary, and the chosen ones must recognize them for what they are, tests that will eventually lead to their spiritual growth and awakening. God has equipped them to overcome every enemy, external and internal, and their purpose will unfold regardless of these challenges. Enemies of the chosen ones often fail to see the divine purpose behind their journey. From a surface-level perspective, they may misunderstand the chosen ones, seeing only their struggles or apparent weaknesses. They may judge them based on their current circumstances without recognizing the divine plan in motion. These enemies cannot comprehend the spiritual awakening and transformation the chosen ones are undergoing. They view the chosen ones' trials as evidence of weakness, rather than the process of refining and preparing them for greatness. The chosen ones are not defined by their current struggles, but by the higher purpose God has placed within them. No matter how much their enemies attempt to diminish them, God's plan will always prevail. The chosen one's journey is uniquely theirs, and it is ordained by a power much greater than any enemy they may face. Enemies often fail to recognize that their efforts to hinder the chosen ones are futile. The chosen one's destiny cannot be derailed, and their true strength and power will eventually be revealed, despite any opposition. Divine protection surrounds the chosen ones, ensuring their victory over any enemy. Even when it feels like the odds are stacked against them, the chosen ones can trust that God is working behind the scenes to protect them. Often, divine protection manifests in unexpected ways. Doors will open when they seemed closed, and opportunities will arise when the chosen ones need them most. The enemies may see the chosen ones struggling, but they cannot comprehend the divine forces at work. The chosen ones might face setbacks, but these are part of God's plan to prepare them for greater triumphs. In the midst of opposition, God's protection is always at work, ensuring that no harm will come to His chosen ones in the long run. Despite the enemy's best efforts, the chosen ones will not be defeated. Instead, they will rise stronger, more aware of their power, and more certain of their divine calling. God's protection is unwavering, and the chosen ones will emerge victorious, fulfilling the purpose they were destined to fulfill. Section 5. The Transformation of the Chosen One. As the chosen one fully embraces their divine purpose, a powerful transformation begins to unfold. This awakening is not merely about self-discovery. It's a spiritual rebirth. The chosen one, who was once hidden in plain sight, starts to understand their true calling and purpose in life. They awaken to the divine forces at work within them, realizing that they were always meant for something greater. This transformation is not immediate. It takes time and often begins with small, subtle shifts in perception and understanding. But once the chosen one truly embraces their divine mission, they are no longer just another person walking through life. They become a beacon of light, shining with clarity, wisdom, and a powerful presence that others can feel. The world may not have recognized them before, but they begin to see their path clearly. The spiritual awakening not only illuminates their own journey, but also ignites the potential to guide and inspire others who are still lost in darkness. The true purpose of the chosen one is not just to live for themselves, but to serve as a light in a world that so desperately needs it. As the chosen one steps into their purpose, their enemies will eventually realize the magnitude of their destiny. These are the same people who once doubted, ridiculed, or underestimated the chosen one. But as the chosen one rises in power and purpose, their enemies can no longer ignore the truth. The moment of realization for the enemies will come, but it will be too late. By then, the chosen one will have already achieved much, their purpose fulfilled, and their power revealed. The enemies, who once thought they could stop or hinder the chosen one, will watch as the divine plan unfolds, and they will realize they were never a threat. God's purpose is unstoppable, and no enemy, whether they are an individual or a situation, can alter what has been divinely ordained. The realization will be a bitter one for the enemies, for they will see the truth too late to change the outcome. The chosen one will rise above them, no longer hidden, but fully visible, and with a purpose that will be undeniable. The chosen one's transformation will ultimately lead to a profound impact on the world. Once they embrace their divine purpose, they are no longer just another person trying to navigate life. They become a force for good in the world. The light that they radiate will spread far beyond their own immediate circles. The impact of the chosen one's power, wisdom, and divine mission will ripple through society, changing lives and elevating those around them. This impact goes far beyond personal success. It is about helping others to awaken and live in their truth as well. The chosen one will inspire many, offering hope, healing, and guidance to those who are lost. Their power will change the world in ways that may seem small at first, but will ultimately lead to great transformation. As the chosen one fulfills their divine calling, they will leave a legacy that will be felt for generations to come. Their journey, their awakening, and their ultimate rise to greatness